Greetings, Internet, and welcome back for another episode of Fun Size. Yepperoni. For today's particular video, as it was probably no... Well, wait a minute, I forgot to turn on my jack-o'-lantern. That's embarrassing. Anyway, so like I was saying, for today's particular video, if wasn't evidenced by the title right down here below Big Frank and Old Jack, we're going to be taking a look at another breakfast cereal. Yes, I'm actually kind of excited for this one, because it's been a while since we've had a new cereal based on the, the guys in green, the Fab Four of the 90s, if you will. Although, technically, I guess this isn't the Fab Four of the 90s, it's a new generation of the Ninja Turtles, regardless. Submitted for your approval, everyone. I was at the store the other day, and my friends and I just happened to stumble across the fact that the, Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which is a new movie coming out from Seth Rogen, that they're starting to finally put merchandise for said movie on store shelves. And one piece of that merchandise that I haven't really been keeping up with the merch for the new film, other than like the action figures, because of a couple of Facebook groups I'm in. But I was not aware that they were making a cereal. And if I was aware, I forgot. And if I did forget, shame on me. So as you can see, they did in fact make a new Ninja Turtle cereal to help promote that film. And according to the box here, it is going to be cinnamon apple flavored. Sorry, cowabunga cinnamon apple flavored. And apparently it's artificial, naturally flavored. Naturally and artificially flavored. You gotta make sure I got that right. So this is from the era of Ninja Turtles, where Nickelodeon has the rights to them. Not to be confused with the 2012 Ninja Turtles series, which also came out from Nickelodeon, but I digress. So as you can see from the box here, and speaking of the box, I just have to say I freaking love the art here. Just got all four of the turtles just like excited and just like busting through this wall, getting ready to either have the cereal or go on ahead to take on the Krang. And if I'm not mistaken, they've kind of referenced the original Ninja Turtles cereal with the poses of the characters. I'm probably wrong there. My editing self, I'm going to hold this up in front of the camera, and then I want you, my editing self, to put a picture of the original Ninja Turtles cereal from the 90s right here, and just a little comparison. So to anyone watching, I was either incorrect or I was correct. Regardless, if they really wanted to do like a big reference to that, then Leonardo back here would be holding a gigantic spoon. Okay, so as you can see, we've got these big old pieces of cereal here. And we've apparently got a marshmallow for each of the four different turtles, for each of the brothers. We've got what appears to be a Leonardo marshmallow down here. Then we've got Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. And obviously, we got the four back here. And I noticed that with Donatello and Raphael, at least, they're kind of still going on with the look from the Michael Bay movies. Because I'm pretty sure it was in the Michael Bay movies where they introduced Donatello wearing glasses. And technically Raphael's still rocking a look from Ninja Turtles The Next Mutation, because it was in that TV series where he started wearing like the full head bandana. Then again, all four of them were wearing the bandanas of that variety back then. Anyway, moving on. Oh, wait a minute. I did not realize this, and now I'm actually kind of excited because that means I get to go out and buy a second box of this. I was looking on the side of the box, and apparently there are two different versions, or two different parts of the game. Well, wait a minute, let me look at that. Yeah, two different versions of the game on the back of the box. So, that's nifty. Let's see here. So, one little gripe I have, I don't know, I'm not going to say that it's against the people who made the cereal, or whether it was just something happened in transit, but for some goofy reason, when my friends and I saw this on the shelf over at Walmart, our local store, by the way, not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, every single box was crushed in some way. Like, this was the best of the boxes that were on the shelf, and even this has like a little ding down here in the corner. It's just a gripe of mine because, well, obviously, you know, since I have a fairly sizable collection of the bros over here, I'm going to be holding on to the box for my collection. And honestly, I still have the box from when I got the cereal from the 2012 Ninja Turtles series. If I can find that before, you know, I post this video, I'll go ahead and get a picture of these two boxes side by side. Anyway, just a personal gripe that, you know, well, it's not even a gripe, it's just I'm confused. What happened to those boxes? They were just destroyed. I should have got a picture of it, but they were all like dinged and smashed and crushed. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. And I'm just really excited and I'm blathering on about the Ninja Turtles, because finally getting new Ninja Turtle merch after all this time that isn't like the stuff from NECA and all these other places, it's good. It's good. So, as I stated before, we have the four brothers, as you can see on the side here, and apparently the cereal is not actually Puffs, but it's kind of like a Cookie Crisp kind of shape, it looks like. And of course we have that epic image from the front of the box, only just kind of more squished together right there. And the little, almost, I know it's supposed to be kind of turtle shell shaped, but because of the headspace I've been in lately, it looks kind of also like a tombstone. Just because, you know, the rounded shape and it's cut off right across there. Yeah. Yeah. Pardon me, folks. It is really stupid early right now. Alright, let's see. Anything else of note? Like I think I alluded to originally, there is a game on the back of this, one of two different versions. So like I said, I'm happy that I get to go out and buy a second box of cereal so I can get the second one. And if you look at the very bottom right over here, you can see both versions of the game, kinda sorta. Looks like I've got the first version, and then there's a second one. And putting them both together makes the game even longer. So, there's a game on the back of the box. Let's take a look at that. As you can see at the top here, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Adventure 1, defeat Bebop and Rocksteady. To play, each player places a marshmallow turtle on start. Flip a coin to move. Heads move 1, tails move 2. First player to defeat Bebop and Rocksteady wins. Alright, so you would start here and you'd come down here. Cowabunga, move ahead 1 space. You move here, go to there. Flip heads to chow down. Lose your turn until you flip heads, then flip a coin to move forward. And then apparently you jump the gap over to here. Let's see, hang 6 dudes. Sewer surf ahead. Narrow passage, go back 1 space. Wrong turn, follow arrow. And apparently if you land here, you shoots and ladders your way back up here and you have to go around again. Oh, speaking of ladders, half shell shortcut. I need to work on my English for today. Half shell shortcut, follow arrow. And from here, you would jump straight down to there if you landed here. Let's see, sneak attack, lose a turn. And then you'd get to here. Let's see, flip tails to defeat Bebop and Rocksteady. Flip coin each turn until you defeat Bebop and Rocksteady. And let's see, finish. Find more fun in game 2. Alright, that's not too bad. Honestly, that's not too bad. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.com. Yeah. Okay. So this one I'm definitely going to be doing a follow-up video on when I get myself the other version of the box with the other game on the back. And at that point in time, I'll actually play the game. But for right now, I only have enough time to actually try actually eat the cereal. So, first things first, we're going to crack open that box. Trying to be a little delicate so I don't damage the artwork on it. Alright, the flaps are open, so now we pop open the actual cereal itself. And let's get a whiff of that stuff, shall we? Okay, you can definitely smell the caramel, or not caramel, the cinnamon apple, the apple aroma. It's very faint. You can almost smell the cardboard more than you can smell the cereal. But it's there. So now that that's open, and now that I got my whiff of it, we get our handy dandy cereal bowl mug with accompanying spoon, and we pour the cereal into the bowl. Ooh, that stuff pours really nicely out of that bowl, out of that box. God, it's early. Okay. And I only lost one piece onto the floor. That's okay, because I have a trash can right over here. And it bounced out of the trash can onto the floor. Get in the bounced onto the floor again. Get into the trash. There. You goofy piece of cereal. Alright. And somehow, I can tell I'm getting old now. In doing that one swift out motion right there, I hurt my arm. Don't get old, folks. And if you do, just getting old is not for the weak. As Christopher Lloyd put it in this one really random video version of Alice in Wonderland. He was playing like the White Knight. Anyway, see, this is what happens when I record videos at, like, not even 5 o'clock in the morning. And for anyone who is curious, it is presently 4:42 in the AM on this date. Editing self, go ahead and throw the date up here, unless it was already on my phone. Regardless, it's freaking early. It's stupid early. I should not be up this early, but I am. I wouldn't be so upset about this if I was doing this for YouTube. You know, being up this early for YouTube, creating content and stuff. But no, I'm up this early because my workplace wants me to work from 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. Okay, enough of that. Focus on the cereal. My brain, why? Alright, so thankfully after that pour, I've got one of each of the marshmallows right here at the top. So, we got ourselves our Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and of course, how could anyone forget Raphael? And just so y'all see, that is a different marshmallow. They're very similar in this particular lighting, because for whatever reason I can just never get my lighting right. So we're going to taste each and every single one of the marshmallows individually to see if there's a different flavor. I'm doubting it, but you know, different colored stripe, different flavor potentially. We got to see. So we'll start with the leader. So we're going to start with Leonardo. Although it could be Raphael as the leader in this film, I don't know. Regardless, him. Ooh. It's got a nice appley flavor to them. Alright. At least Leonardo did. Raphael. Much of the same. Donnie. And Michelangelo. So far I can say that's not half bad. Dare I say it's actually pretty good. Alright. And now to the cereal pieces, which I'm sure are going to taste basically like the marshmallows, because I'm sure the marshmallows got that apple flavor from the actual cereal itself. That is a nice... It's a nice little something right there. Well, let's see if adding our handy-dandy cup of milk will make it any better. So, here we go. Stop right about there. Alright, now let's fish out our spoon, because I never learn, and I keep leaving the silly spoon in the cereal, in the bowl before I add the cereal. Alright, so time for our first bite after it's been rehydrated by the milk. Get ourselves a nice big spoonful, trying to get a marshmallow of each of the brothers. See, it's Donatello and Mikey, and there's a Raphael, and where's a Leo? There's a Leonardo, and there's another one. I need one that's fairly easy to get to. There we go. Come here, Leo. There. A bite with each of the 4 brothers on it. To your health, everyone. Okay. I can dig it. That is some tasty cereal. Alright. I just realized I completely forgot a step. So we opened the box, we opened the bag, and we just left it open. All the freshness is escaping. Dear Lord, all the freshness is going away. We gotta roll down that bag. Snap! Then we gotta fold those flaps. There. The freshness has been preserved. For now. Oh, it's too early for that. Sorry, folks, I was slipping a little bit into my Oxleymations character for some reason. Alright, so the cereal is actually pretty dang good. And I would say that if you can find a box of this stuff, feel free to go out and get yourself a box of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem cereal. And I will say, though, if you're not a fan of, like, apple or apple cinnamon or those kind of flavors, unfortunately, you can pass on this, because that is a really good apple flavor. But if you are a fan of the apple flavor, especially apple cinnamon, you will not be disappointed, I don't believe. Also, just, that box is fun. It's got the nice purple and stuff going on, which is a theme carried over from more or less the 2012 Ninja Turtles series, because they had an obsession with this particular shade of purple. Regardless, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up here. Okay, everyone, here we are with the, I guess this will be the second half, the finishing scenes of the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem cereal box investigating, or whatever I want to call this. As you can tell, it's a different day. I'm wearing a different shirt. We've got a new little friend over here, my little Stitch plushie. Found him on clearance for $2 at Walmart, and I just couldn't leave him behind. I mean, tell me honestly, if you saw this at your local Walmart for only $2, would you pass that up? I don't think so. Because you know what, folks? Ohana means family. And what is that, Stitch?
Ohana means nobody gets left behind.
Exactly. Good, Stitch. Put you back on the shelf over there, little buddy. So, as we saw previously, for y'all just a few minutes ago, for me it's been like a week and a half or so, we got to see the back of this particular box, which has been flattened and everything, which is what I do with the cereal boxes and stuff that I actually keep, to save on space. I just, tear the hot glue like you would when opening the top of the box, squish it flat. Much easier to store that way. Like I was saying, we already saw this version of the box. And now, albeit a bit late, because I already ate all the cereal out of the second version of the box, we have version number 2, which is the continuation of the board game from the first box, as you can probably see. Let me see if I can get that lighting just right. So anyway, on this box right here, we have Bebop and Rocksteady are the villains we gotta defeat. On this one, we have to defeat Superfly, which looks like he's just a beefed up version of Baxter Stockman. Also on this box, we get a shot of Master Splinter, right about there. Hopefully y'all can see him fairly well. So as I was saying in the last, I really should have gone back and watched the first video I made of this so I could see what I'm talking about now. Yeah, so I think I said this in the last one. You gotta get both boxes to get the full version of the game. Although technically, they are two separate, distinct games, but if you get both games, you can, quote-unquote, complete the adventure. As it says right there in the corner. And one thing I did notice, because I caught this after I finished up the first video, was that I never went over the nutrition facts for those calorie conscious like myself. So now that I have this second opportunity to make things right in that regard, we're going to do that right now. So the nutrition facts are as follows for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem cereal. There are 140 calories before you add milk. I skipped ahead a little bit, but we'll jump back to that in a minute. And with the addition of 1/2 cup of skim milk, because they're still doing that thing. You know, it couldn't have whole milk and skim milk, but it's got to be skim milk, but whatever. I get that for the calorie conscious, you know, those more calorie conscious than myself. But with the 1/2 cup of skim milk, it jumps from 140 calories to 180. And the servings, there are about 13 servings per container, and each serving is 1 cup or 37 grams. So there's that little portion out of the way, and I believe that's really about it. Mainly because, well, let me look at the back of the boxes and check the game out. If it's simple and quick enough, I can do a quick little video of it. If not, then, well, I'm just going to cut this here in a moment. Let's see. Adventure 1. Defeat Bebop and Rocksteady. To play, each player places a marshmallow turtle on start. I don't have any marshmallow turtles, so that's out. Flip a coin to move. Heads move 1, tails move 2. Simple enough. First player to defeat Bebop and Rocksteady wins. Okay. Now let's check out the game on box number 2, which I'm going to guess is exactly the same, only defeat Bebop, or not Bebop and Rocksteady, Superfly to win. Each player places a marshmallow turtle on start. That's the same. Flip a coin to move. Heads is 1, tails is 2. That's the same. First player to defeat Superfly wins, so I was right. And they actually designed the artwork on this so that the game continues, because if you look at right one? No, this is the right one. If you look at the end of this one, let's put this down so I can point here. It's probably going to be kind of hard to tell, but right here at this yellow arrow, there's this little red chunk right here, and that lines up just about perfectly, if I can manage, right there, with the start from this box. So you could technically line up both boxes together as this, like so, and you could play the full game from right over here at the start, and then you finish level 1, I guess you'd call it, move on to level 2 and take out Superfly. So that's kind of a nifty idea. Dare I say, I actually like that. I like it a lot. It's a lot more effort than goes into the back of cereal boxes lately, because a lot of what you'll see these days is just the usual nonsense of, like, you know, here, we're advertising this new thing, and be sure to go and see this in theaters, and there's a QR code right here, scan this to be able to unlock this, that, and the other. Why can't a cereal box just be a basic, plain, fun little thing like this? Why do you gotta get all interactable and entertain whatchamajigger? I sound so old right now. Regardless, this video has been going on long enough. with this piece included to what I already have recorded. So I'm just going to go ahead and make like a gift and wrap this up. So thank you all so much for tuning in for another one of my videos. I do truly and greatly appreciate it, and each and every single one of you. If you like what you've seen here today, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon to be notified of future uploads once you are subscribed. Feel free to share my videos with your friends if you think they'll like them. If you're not sure, don't worry about it. And with all of that out of the way, this is your old pal Oxleymations saying, Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later.